had every intention today of talking at the second half of my walk on the way back instead of on the way out. And then I remembered that a huge part of my walks is to get all the thinking out so that my way back is calm and quiet in my head. So we're going to talk now. So it's definitely past peak foliage here. And I was saying to somebody the other day that at some point I am going to remember, one of these years, I'm going to remember that past peak only means that the vibrant, like neon reds and oranges have passed. And what they leave in their wake is the oaks and the beeches, which turn these incredibly rich colors. And you just don't even hardly see them or think about them while the vibrant glowing colors of the maples are still around. So I've really been enjoying the world lately with all of the rich browns and golds and burgundies and oranges, but more like a rich pumpkin orange than that neon orange. So I've heard that the way that Einstein always worked was to think and calculate and worry over an issue or a question or a thesis or a hypothesis or whatever. Just worry at it with all he was worth, for all he was worth. And then he would take a nap. And he would wake up with the answer. And I find that whether or not I remember that process, it's how stuff works for me. So I can worry and think and puzzle and stress and work at stuff, expecting or hoping to come to the right conclusion. Or damn any conclusion sometimes. And then I get just exhausted and I shut it off one way or another. I go to sleep. I take a walk in the woods. I meditate. I take a day off for myself to do absolutely nothing. I play. And at some point it comes to me. Sometimes it's epiphany style. Sometimes it's just kind of eases into my consciousness and I just realize that I know. The other way that things come to me is in spirals. I always feel like I'm revisiting the same topic or problem again in my life. But when I think about it, we're a little further down the line. So that's the spiral instead of like an actual hamster wheel. You know, we're a little further down the line. We've progressed a little further. I worked out something in there the last time, but I still need to do it again to figure out the next thing. So I'm never really surprised when something comes up again anymore. I'm like, okay, what am I working out this time? Both of those processes to say, one of the themes in my life that has, oh God, just clobbered me over the last several months is this feeling of being trapped. Like, we're talking capital letters, all capital letters, trapped. It's been horrible. Whether it's COVID, feeling totally trapped within my house, unable to go out, in desperate fear of myself and my loved ones dying. And then becoming sick and having a chronic issue after that. Or the state of the country, and I'm fucking trapped in America and I can't get out, and now they've closed the Canadian border, so even though I wasn't actually gonna probably do that, you know, like even that possibility is gone away. Or Jesus, it's even been feeling trapped by my partner because he loves where we live and I don't necessarily. I mean, I like it here, but you know, and I feel trapped by him. And you know, none of this has anything to do with the outside world. I would feel trapped by anything right now. Give me the slightest reason, the slightest excuse, and I'd be feeling trapped, because that's what I'm going through right now. I've also been working really hard on solidifying my work, what I offer to the world and to myself and to everything. Part of that is working on my website, but part of it is just so that I know, so that I can tell people. But I've been kind of distilling it down to shedding layers, like dead snake skin or reptile skin, or you know, we shed skin too, we just do it on a regular basis instead of all at once. But shedding the layers of socialization and enculturation, trauma patterns that have stood us in good stead in the past but are no longer useful. Just thought patterns. And I do it with a specific slant toward science and natural history and animals. And yesterday it kind of all came together in an epiphany of, you know, I for sure, and I think everybody probably to some extent is trapped, encased in this bubble, you know, the very core where all these perfect, wonderful beings, you are, I am, we all are, and we're trapped in this hard casing that our parents, our culture, our teachers, our second mothers, our aunts and uncles, our bullies as kids, the popular girls and boys. I mean, I say that all with like this kind of disdaining feeling, but this is all how, you know, everybody's doing the very best they can, and we're pretty permeable. And I find that we just did the best we could too, and we encased ourselves for protection to fit in because we felt that's what we needed to do. But what it means is that we can't even get to that inside person anymore. That animal, that being, that, I mean, deep inside, I am just as perfect as that blue jay that I'm hearing scolding something out there. And yeah, yesterday it all came to a head, realizing, you know, just how tense and frozen that freeze response. Just, I have nowhere to go. All of my patterns and learnings have all taught me to conform and to stay. And no wonder I was panicked. So yesterday I took a day for myself and just chilled the fuck out. And it came to me how much of a kind of common thread through everything that is. And it released for me too. That feeling of being trapped released yesterday. I have no idea. It'll probably spiral back again sometime. It'll be something that I need to revisit again. And that doesn't concern me because it'll be different. And that'll be great. It'll mean another layer to drop off. But right now what I feel is release and peace. I feel the possibility that I can just be and continue my work, which is just being me, really. I can continue that regardless of what's going on anywhere, everywhere. It's nice. It's a nice feeling. So, my first video, I think, I came to this pond and stopped recording and just sat here for a while longer. And I don't know, 2 minutes after I stopped recording, an osprey, which is a bird of prey that fishes, screamed down out of the sky, bolted down and caught a fish while I was sitting right there. Pretty fucking cool. I'm gonna sit down and see if I can get my butt wet. There's something about water, isn't there? Look at those colors across the way, really. Oh, so beautiful. This is what I do. This is exactly what I do. There's a short amount of walk. Well, sometimes it's not so short. As I walked out before I started videoing today, where I get out of my head. That's not true. Just out of hustle and bustle, I guess. And then my brain thinks about some problems maybe, or something that's going on with me. Or somebody else, for that matter. If I've got somebody else on my mind, I'll think about them too. And something I hope to engage in the future. And then once I've got those thoughts out, I just get quiet. You heard it. I sat down and I just got quiet. Right now, I'm kind of logging in the noises I'm hearing. I'm paying enough attention that, if something made noise close to me, I would know well before. We could say it's that safety thing. We could say it's just a animal sense. A couple times I've switched into that cataloging mind of, okay, there's a chipmunk off to my right behind me, kind of doing a low cluck. Not real upset, just kind of talking. Across the pond, I think somewhere right around there, there's something. It could be a blue jay. Could be a catbird. May very well be a catbird. Kind of constantly talking. Right now, some little birds, just a little flock of birds, just flew overhead, talking to each other, keeping in contact while they fly. I catalog for a few minutes and then I just cruise out, looking at the reflection in the pond and looking at the colors again. This is one of those days that it's really nice to be me. And on that note, talk to you later.